He left me pregnant by email, but one file changed everything. 2:14 a.m. I was awake. 7 months pregnant. One hand on my stomach, counting slow kicks in the dark. My phone vibrated. The subject line said, "We need to be practical." I thought it was work. He had been busy for weeks. I opened the email. 3 short paragraphs. No greeting. No apology. He wrote that he had filed for divorce. That this was the most rational decision. That we should handle it like adults. Then I read the last line. I transferred the money from our joint account to cover legal and future expenses. My hand started shaking. I opened the bank app. The balance was almost zero. Rent. Hospital deposit. Baby supplies. Everything we saved, gone. I called him. Voicemail. I called again. Blocked. That was how my husband ended our marriage. By email. While I was pregnant. I didn't cry right away. I sat in the quiet apartment. The fridge was humming too loud. I reread the email again and again, hoping the words would change. They didn't. By morning, fear settled in. I couldn't afford next month's rent. I couldn't afford the hospital I booked. I couldn't even buy groceries without counting coins. I called my mother. She listened, then sighed. Maybe you pushed him too much. Men don't like pressure. I hung up. I called my sister. She laughed. At least people will feel sorry for you. Everyone loves single moms. I stopped calling people. That afternoon, I packed one suitcase. Maternity clothes. Documents. Ultrasound reports. And a folder with bank statements I never thought I'd need. I didn't know where I was going. I only knew I couldn't stay. I took a taxi to my old college friend, Mara. She opened the door, looked at my face, and said nothing. She hugged me and said, "You're staying here." That night, I finally cried. Quiet tears. No drama. My baby moved inside me, like a reminder. I whispered, "It's just us now." And something changed. Fear turned into anger. Not loud anger. Cold, steady anger. The next morning, I opened the folder. Transfers. Dates. Screenshots. The big transfer was recent. But the small ones, they had been happening for months. Business expenses. Investments. I believed him every time. Then I opened our shared cloud storage. He forgot I still had access. There were spreadsheets. Receipts. And one file that changed everything. A private bank account, in his name. Money from our joint account had been moving there quietly. For almost a year. He didn't leave suddenly. He planned this. I called a lawyer. Not a flashy one. A calm older woman named Amalia. She read everything in silence. Then she said, "He thinks he was smart." She explained it clearly. Moving shared money into a private account during marriage isn't just divorce. It's financial misconduct. For the first time since 2:14 a.m. I didn't feel abandoned. I felt ready. Legal requests were sent. Accounts were reviewed. Assets were frozen. A few days later, he texted me, "Let's not make this ugly." I replied, "I agree. Let's do it properly." He sent a thumbs up. Then the calls started. 14 in one day. Voice messages. Anger. Excuses. Panic. When I finally answered, his voice was soft. Careful. "Why are you doing this?" he asked. I was holding tiny baby socks. "You left me pregnant with nothing," I said. "I'm making sure my child doesn't start life with nothing too." Silence. In court, I barely spoke. The documents spoke for me. The timeline showed intent. Month by month. Transfer by transfer. When the decision came, it wasn't just about money, it was about walking out of that building and breathing freely again. He thought leaving by email would make him untouchable. Instead, it documented the exact moment everything turned against him. He lost control. I gained stability. And my child gained a safe beginning. That mattered more than anything he ever took. Silence can be survival. But truth is power, especially when you protect your child.